The next morning, on the outskirts of Anderhall, such is description of Chapter 2, Digging Up the Dead.
What the hell is that?
This crude contraption will allow you to transport the remains of our master.
Can you not simply raise the remains when we find them?
Pardon, Lord, but a being of kel'thuzad's power can only be reanimated at a nexus of powerful ley energies, and there are no such places in this land.
Very well then. Let's move out.
So, I've had a look at the tech tree later down the line, and I've also taken some time to reread the project's description and the project's page on Hive.
Finally.
And I think the music might be a bit loud, but anyway,
Speak, fool.
the description goes as follows. The tech tree is supposed to be reworked in a way
More like it.
that necromancers can raise permanent skeletons, as we've already seen,
Finally.
because the creator thinks that necromancers should be doing that in the first place. Like, the point of a necromancer in an army is that they can create an army on their own, given enough time, resources, and corpses. And I agree with that. I also never thought that,
Tread lightly.
you know, I never thought that Ghoul would be
This is
a near even close to being as good as a footman, because Ghoul doesn't have any armor, Ghoul doesn't have any weapons, all he has is his hands, which the human version of him, the footman, has as well. But I sort of always went with it, because if Ghoul had these stats in melee, or in some other campaigns where Ghoul with higher stats matters, it would be just bad, it wouldn't be balanced. But,
tread lightly.
Oh, damn it, I haven't picked... Oh, whoops. So I sort of see what the creator is trying to do,
No one.
and the base building, and how you have to base build in order to maximize the benefits of the changed tech tree, it's very interesting. And
Tread lightly.
it actually, you know, whenever you watch someone play melee
Arthas,
in
stop this madness before it's too late.
Stand aside,
blah
brother.
blah blah blah.
I've come to collect some old bones and I don't wish to be disturbed.
Whenever you watch someone play melee
What is
as
it?
undead,
Tread lightly.
what you usually see is they build in a certain order, and they place the buildings in a certain spot to try and prevent enemy blade masters or whatever from harassing the worker line. 5 acolytes.
Finally.
And what happens in here with this tech tree is you are supposed to think like that even if there are no threats, because the buildings are connected to each other. You see, you've got ziggurats, which can store mana, and they do regenerate mana, but at a very slow rate. And you have graveyards, which can store corpses, and then you have sacrificial pits, which when you sacrifice an acolyte, and you can't do that without creating a shade. That's a secondary function of the pit in here. You sacrifice an acolyte, the soul is gonna be split evenly amongst nearby ziggurats, and it's gonna give them mana. But
What is
there's
it?
gonna be a corpse left behind, so you want to make sure you have a graveyard near the pit, because in here graveyards store corpses, they don't create them.
What is it now?
So, you know, that's
Frostborn
interesting.
hunger. This is
So, also the necromancers, the way they work is they can summon non-permanent skeletons, but they can also, they're gonna do more damage to my units than theirs. But they can also summon the permanent ones. Now the permanent take a lot longer
no one.
to summon,
No one.
and they cost twice as much mana, but they also benefit from upgrades, which the non-permanent ones don't.
Frostborn hunger.
Another thing is that the meat wagons deal increased damage to units and decrease to buildings. And that's another thing that I thought always weird. Like, you're throwing a dead body. How is that doing any damage to a building made out of stone, like barracks? I can see that. I can see that it does a lot more damage to units than buildings.
This is more
Because I know that if you throw a... Well, no, I imagine if you throw a large stone... Let's say a boulder. I imagine if you throw a boulder at a soldier like this in armor, it's gonna do a lot more damage than a corpse. Oh, shit. I need to stop that.
I can't believe that we ever called you brother. I knew it was a
Yeah,
mistake
yeah.
to accept
Here,
a spoiled
fight your own
prince
units
into
then.
our order. You've made a mockery of the Silver Hand.
Let's try to not hit my units, shall we? But I also imagine... So, to finish off the sentence. I imagine if you shoot a very large boulder at a unit in armor, it's gonna do a lot of damage. It's also gonna make the armor not usable. And it's gonna make... It's probably gonna cripple the footman's insides.
No one orders me.
But if you throw a body on that footman, it's gonna do... It's not gonna do exactly the same amount of damage. But it is gonna disable him for a while. And it's probably gonna, you know... make his movement a lot worse. Because of all the blood, he maybe won't be able to grab his weapon. And he may be disgusted, he may be in horror, so... I can see the point of this. And I like them. Alright, I'm supposed to bring Arvis, there he is. If I recall, a item is gonna get replaced by the urn, isn't it? And I'm not gonna have a second here, so I should probably eat a healing pot. Yay!
Come along now, necromancer. The powers that you once served have need of you again.
Told you, my death would mean little.
What the? Am I hearing ghosts now?
It is I, kel'thuzad. I was right about you, Prince Arthas.
It took you long enough. These remains are badly decomposed. They will never survive the trip to kel'thuzad.
Quel'thalas?
Yes. Only the energies of the High Elves' Sunwell can bring kel'thuzad back to life.
Then what must be done?
You must steal a very special urn from the Paladin's keeping. Place the necromancer's remains within it, and he will be well protected for the journey.
As you wish.
Alrighty.
My life for Nazul.
So let's start.
Yes, master.
Now there's one thing
My fate is sealed.
that I want to mention as well. And that is that...
Blight
Oh,
is created when undead structures are summoned. Buildings can only be
right.
summoned
Blight is what I want to
on
mention.
with the exception of the necropolis.
Now, you see, every building produces blight, but only some buildings produce blight upon which you can build, which I find odd, but and it's probably a visual bug, because you cannot build on blight produced by haunted gold mine. I'm not sure if it gives you an extra region, I'll have to check, but you cannot, so...
Undead must haunt the gold mine before the acolytes can begin harvesting gold.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Finally.
I think I want to save in case my base gets attacked and my ghouls get wrecked. There.
At last.
I remember there's golems in... Yep.
Hunger.
But I don't think I can fight these with... Well, maybe I can fight one of them with Arvis. Hey, come here. Yeah, I need the magic. I don't intend to kill him. I just intend to do damage, for which I should also bring the meat wagons. Because I don't want to have Arvis regenerate on the blight.
No one orders me.
Yeah, I might be able to kill him after all, and I use that for nothing, because I forgot you pick up the rune at the end of the level. Eh. Whoa, 48 gold.
Is complete.
Alright. Now, also a bunch of other buildings give you supply. So, Graveyard gives you supply, Ziggurat doesn't. That's what I forgot to
When
mention.
standing on blight, wounded undead units regenerate faster.
And
Yes, master.
Sacrificial Pit does as well.
My fate is sealed.
So, the tech works like this. Well, wait. I actually want to place it near the front line because I do.
Thy
The shop is not a shop, it's Runeforge. It's a drop-off for lumber, and it's also for upgrades, so it's sort of like a war mill. Speaking of wood, I should probably do that. Alright, let's start getting some wood on the right side. And the Temple of the Damned, the main star of this show. Now, once the pit is finished, I'll need to get a graveyard and a few ziggurats ASAP. The ziggurats can still be upgraded to spirit towers, which I find a bit odd, because they can't in World of Warcraft, but hey. This is not trying to be World of Warcraft, but it sort of is, if you look at Arthas's abilities and the way the tech tree is made. There. Because, in a way, it's like in World of Warcraft. The many hordes of undead are being summoned by necromancers, and it's usually like a big necromancer boss. Oh, sorry, not necromancer, but when you're in Northrend, you usually see a ton of undead, or at least you used to see during Wrath of the Lich King, a ton of undead and a bunch of necromancers nearby, which I think is what this campaign is trying to reproduce, or this version. And I don't know why did I start with an extra armor upgrade. I guess it's because the ghouls are shite. Alright. Now, for a graveyard. Remember, don't forget. Can't place that over there because it doesn't give you any wood. I mean, it doesn't serve as a drop-off for lumber. There. Later you can unlock a upgrade which allows you to switch between the necromancer summoning melee skeletons and ranged skeletons. But if you switch from melee to range, the melee get destroyed, so it's exclusive if you can have these or these. It's cool. And the skeletons benefit from upgrades. So, alright, I have more than enough lumber, but alright. Yeah, ziggurats are cheap, very cheap. They still have the same stats when it comes to armor that's fortified. Oh no. I should try to not murder those, because, you know, the only way... You might be thinking, well then how do I get corpses if a graveyard doesn't produce them? Well, by sacrificing or manually killing all of your acolytes, you know, so... These corpses are very precious, and I do not want a meat wagon just creating a mess. And the summoning process of a skeleton takes a lot longer. Of a permanent skeleton, at least. Yay. Alright, Runeforge, strength, and blah blah blah. There we go. So your bread and butter unit is not a ghoul, it's a necromancer, which I find quite nice. Alright, all of you guys can go to work there. I have enough building space here. Alright, I forgot, so let's grab a bunch of ziggurats, because remember, they are also a mana supply, which is very neat and useful, because, you know, the race skeleton warrior costs quite a lot of mana. Oh yeah, and meat wagons can still store corpses, which is okay, you know, but it's nothing to write home about. Because a graveyard can as well, as I said. So once these are built, I'm gonna show what I think is what is supposed to be done with the base building and positioning of buildings. Now, you don't have to place it this close, because the Sacrificial Pit's Grim Ritual has a quite large range. It's a circle which can reach out, I think, to the edge of the Temple of the Damned. You know, so it's quite large, but I want to be sure. However, the pickup range on corpses from the graveyard is quite small, so you want to make sure that the graveyard is close to the Sacrificial Pit. Now. Alright. Yeah. You're gonna restore mana to one target, automatically. It's not Spirit Touch in an area. Alright, now let's sacrifice these. The dead shall serve. There we go. Mana evenly split. And corpses would have been picked up if they weren't being raised by necromancers. I think that's a leftover from Warcraft. I mean, from the regular melee. There.
What is it now?
Just in time.
This better be good.
Oh, more
No one
corpses.
orders me around.
So, you know, the enemies feeding you corpses is a very, very appreciated gesture. And you're also sort of encouraged to keep making acolytes, which I think is also quite neat, because acolytes are what started all of this in the first place, you know, Cult of the Damned and such.
What is it now?
So I find it very, very unique and interesting. Oh, remember.
Stand ready.
Gotta remember.
As the shadow research complete.
Gotta remember that
Stand ready.
there is this
What is it now?
there's this hidden area up
What does
here.
the shadow will?
Oh, they're gonna get converted to militia, yes?
Stand ready.
I think that's the case.
The dead shall serve.
Is it?
Intriguing.
The dam
Oh, it's
stand
usually...
ready. As the
I think this
shadow
tree wall
will.
is usually there.
What is it now?
Okay, I guess it was removed for the purposes of the campaign.
What does the shadow
Oh,
will?
actually, I want to bring either necromancers or meat wagons for this.
I bow to thy bidding, master. The
And
shadow
let's
stand
sacrifice all of them. And just keep making more,
The dead shall serve.
because I'm gonna need more. There we go, that's some mana.
The dam stand ready.
There we go. I'm gonna have the necromancer on raise. Now you do have to
Shall serve.
This is more like it.
What does the
Re...
shadow will?
It's not set, it's not trigger, it's not re-turn on, but I'll say it like that. You gotta
The shadow
turn on again the raise, sorry, the spirit touch
Last.
once you finish the upgrade.
The restless dead await.
At last.
Let him get some mana.
The dead shall
No
serve.
one orders me around.
Voodoo doll, nice.
This
Alright.
better be good.
Speak, fool.
So as you go, you're gonna get more and more units, as it should be, you know. One thing I want to mention as well is that the narrative of the Scourge in Warcraft is, with everyone that dies, we get stronger. And I sort of get that. Because, like, you have more bodies from which these units are created. And in theory, the very necromancers which are always called upon, but you don't see them, are in the buildings. They're in these crypts, summoning the ghouls. They're in these slaughterhouses, stitching together the abominations. But I think this is... You can feel the impact more of the necromancers, and literally with every enemy dead, you get stronger. Up to a limit of 4 per necromancer, I gotta say, but
Speak, fool.
it's nice.
The dead shall serve.
They seem unable to summon anything from... Where did you get that ghoul from? I guess the graveyard does produce something, but it's slowed down to a grinding halt. Well, it's like my corpse now.
What does the
Oh, come on. There we go.
No one
Took a
orders
few
this
tries, but it worked in the end.
At last.
Hmm. Oh,
What does the shadow
no, no, no.
Speak, fool. Finally.
Yay.
Frostmourne hunger.
Alright, I'm gonna pick up these two, and I'm gonna leave those to the base defense. I'm gonna go have a look behind my base. Oh yeah, train some more, sacrifice these,
What does the shadow will?
because I do want to get rid of these. Well, I do want experience from the golems,
The restless
and I
dead
can't
await.
change golems into skeletons, although I'm gonna grab this
The dam stand
this necromancer.
No one orders me around.
Because I think there is like a bunch of Sasquatches. So,
Finally.
The shadows
Frostmourne hungers.
hello.
Finally. At last.
Come here.
Frostmourne
We got a bunch of bones that want to meet you.
This is more
Yeah, this is gonna take a while, but you know. So in theory, each of these skeleton warriors can, but doesn't have to. Cost 75 gold or nothing.
Frostmourne hungers.
I don't think it's cost efficient to get a ghoul because it costs friggin' 120. Oh, and I'm gonna get fucked here. Well. Oh no. Didn't want to ping there. Oh! See you on the next episode. I should have brought the meat wagons. Oh well. I should turn that off for when I want to summon. I haven't lost the... Wait, they take up supply? Oh, they do! 1 supply per piece. Okay. Okay, and I can also... You can summon from creeps as well. Better not forget that. Well, unless it was edited. And he finally ran out of mana. Hey guys. Should probably do that. And I should turn this on.
What does the
Summon.
The restless dead wait.
Oof.
At last.
That was close. Should have probably eaten a smaller heal, but it's a shame you cannot sacrifice ghouls, but it's not really cost efficient. They cost so much.
What does the shadow will?
Tread lightly.
Alright, some more
This
bones.
better be good. Speak, fool.
There we go. Replenished because I was making a acolyte supply for worse
Tread
times.
lightly.
No,
Yeah.
what does the shadow will?
The dead
Alright.
stand
And I'm gonna continue on.
The restless
Yeah, this mission
dead
is gonna take a
wait.
while. Especially if I meet any more
As the
golems.
shadow wills, the dead stand ready.
There. So, you sort of get the idea. Is this the pre-nerf or after nerf? I think it's pre-nerf. Well, guess we're gonna be having some fresh corpses today, boys. There.
The restless
Can
dead
move
wait.
up.
Stand ready.
I am thinking of killing off the ghouls myself at some point. And I do want more mana.
Where
Nope.
shall my
No,
blood be
you
spilled?
get
I wish
sacrificed as
only
well.
to my fate is sealed.
There we go.
This better the dead stand ready.
There.
The restless dead
Oh,
tread lightly.
right. Where did I...
The dead stand ready.
I don't remember if there's something behind these trees, but I can check. Should bring them as well, as I
Speak,
said.
fool. At last. This is more like
Is there
it.
anything? No.
Finally.
Okay, then let's go to the village to the left.
My life
I
will
bow
head
to
to
your
your will. This
Okay,
better be
only
good.
one of
The
you has
dead
enough
shall
mana.
serve.
That's good, that's good.
What
Spirit
does the
towers are
shadow
doing what
will?
they should be doing.
No one orders me around.
Are you fleeing?
What is it?
You better not be.
This is more
Help,
like it.
the undead have
Ah.
returned.
Frostmourne hungers.
Damn it.
Faithless coward.
Oh, there he is. There's the star of this show. And I actually don't have... Damn it. Well, I'm gonna say no to one corpse. Okay, you got me this time.
No one orders me
Faithless coward.
Whoa, level up. Oh, you seem to not be limited onto
around. This is more like it.
leveling it up right away. I
At
do want to
last.
because the dev coil.
This is more like it.
Okay. I think I need to re-pick because now it's a rank plus.
Tread lightly. What is it now?
Yeah.
Finally. This is more
Hey, come on.
Undead have returned.
6 dead
At
units.
last.
Whoa.
No one orders me
Alright,
around.
get that crate.
Frostmourne hungers.
Oh, I
dead
picked
shall
the
serve.
necromancers as well. Oops.
Thy bidding, master.
Sorry, didn't mean to do that. Alright, we got Joseph. He's gonna roll with us. I mean, Eben.
Speak.
He can apparently become militia also. And repair buildings and, you know. Oh, yes! My
Must
corpses.
feast on souls.
Gimme, gimme. Okay, so there's nothing else to be had, so let's proceed on with the main objective. I gathered quite a following. So don't mind me, I'm just
So
gonna...
tired of waiting.
Yes. What? Oh my god. Selfish. Oh well. Oh no, they just... Oh.
What
Oh
does
well.
the shadow will?
Guess... Guess that's a bone overload.
No one orders me.
Wait, it's 1, 2, 3. So 2, 3,
What does
4,
the
3,
shadow
5,
will?
4.
What
1,
is it
2,
now?
3, 4. There we go. I'm ready for an attack. Probably. Hopefully.
Speak as the shadow will.
That's the only downside. It takes quite a while to build it up. Because the conversion of Acolyte into mana is not exactly in favor of you, the player, but hey, came in time just to collect my taxes. Oh, come on. You just had to do it. Well, that's gonna stay as a defense one.
The restless dead await. The damned
Oh,
stand
defense
ready.
free actually, I forgot. Alright. Resave. And let's continue on.
Tread lightly. The dead shall serve.
Alright. Fitting, isn't it?
Damned stand ready.
Enemies are about to get boned.
Better be good. I'll make sure you suffer.
Haha. And I do want to keep those in the bag because... Where's the fucking last one?
The damned stand ready.
Where are you going? What are you picking up?
Betrayer.
I don't know.
You are not fit enough to even carry your father's name. Why Uther ever vouched for you is beyond me. You've stripped him of his honor by casting yours to the winds.
You know, why Uther ever vouched for you is beyond me as well. You're running alone against a bazillion skeletons. That's not exactly what a paladin should do either. Yeah, but fine. That's the way you want to go.
At last. You will know endless torment.
Haha. Kill them all.
Dead await.
How much does it heal for? 200. And the mana costs stay the same. Now it's getting a bit better, but we're not talking yet.
No one.
Alright, there's gonna be a lot of bones after today. But see, that's the point. If you roll over your enemies without any losses, you will get stronger. Or even if you just have many losses but control the battlefield afterwards, you will get stronger, your army will grow. I like that. I like that idea.
What is it now?
And it's... So far it seems that it's gonna be a lot less annoying than having to retrain ghouls after every attack. And I approve of that. I only approve of that. Well, I'm gonna send the culling commando. I'm gonna pick up some extra corpses on the way. Oh, what is that? You wanna fight? No, I'm sorry, you're gonna get boned. Little do the humans know that their meat is gonna kill them very soon.
No one orders me around.
It's still worth healing the skeletons though, because the coil is cheap. It's all working well together.
At last.
And it is like in World of Warcraft. Once there is a critical mass of units, they're just gonna roll over no matter how shitty they are. That's why everyone is so scared of Scourge, because they're large in numbers.
No one.
Now, at first I didn't think I would like this, but it's quite a lot of fun. If you connect the dots, if you know what I mean by that. Like if you try to think a bit about why is it in this way. I really like that. 3, 4, so we came out on the top with 7 skeletons up. 7 skeletons, no, actually 9 because I added 2 to the group. Right. Oh wait, damn it. Wanted to kill the woman and I can. 6, 5 becomes 7, 6 becomes 5, 7 becomes 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. There.
This better be good. Finally.
Kill him!
Tread lightly.
Ah, damn it. I failed.
The rest
Feels
of
bad,
dead
man.
await.
Oh, actually... Oops. I could have had him as well. Well... What can you do? Not be as slow as a turtle as I am next time.
Light have mercy on you. Your betrayal.
No. Light have mercy on you, jabroni.
Given his life for yours
You don't seem to understand the way things are gonna go.
Pay his loyalty.
It's not gonna be your way.
No one orders me around.
Yeah, I am gonna lose a bunch of skeletons here because I'm bringing the meat wagons for the ride, which I shouldn't. No.
Tread lightly. The dead shall serve.
No one around.
Yay!
What does the shadow will?
Better go hit that barracks. Just a swarm of bones. Which, as I said, I like, I approve.
I bow.
Alright. Spirit towers don't gain that much mana though, so let's sacrifice these. Actually, I shouldn't because they're not...
Where
Oh,
shall my blood be spilled?
I don't... Yeah. Oh, wait, it can? Good. Because I thought those would be too far. It really has quite small range. It can reach... not range, it has very small reach, so... Gloves of Haze. Yes. I think...
This better be good.
let's just do this. Why not? Yay. Man, if I was the goblin merchant during these times, I would either have a booming business or I would be getting blackmailed by the humans to not sell the healing scrolls to undead, if you know what I mean. Because if you imagine this being regularly used on the battlefield, footmen would have no chance.
What is it now? Finally. Tread lightly.
Let's regroup the bones.
What does the shadow will?
What is
One,
it now?
one, two,
The dead
1,
shall
2, 3,
serve.
4. 4 is... This is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Wait, I actually have these as well. These were not grouped to anyone. Okay.
No one.
1,
orders
2,
me.
3.
What does the shadow?
Aw.
Your father ruled this land for 70 years, and you've ground it to dust in a matter of days.
Very dramatic, Uther. Give me the urn, and I'll make sure you die quickly.
The urn holds your father's ashes, Arthas. What? Were you hoping to piss on them one last time before you left his kingdom to rot?
I didn't know what it held. Nor does it matter. I'll take what I came for one way or another.
Speak.
And I also sort of do see where Arthas is coming from with the arrogance, because just like in this dialogue, rip footman, just like in this dialogue,
What does the shadow
where Arthas says very dramatic, he sort of is saying the kingdom, then the kingdom didn't have very good foundations, did it? At this point I just might be trying to make more sense than there was intended to be, but hey. Rip.
I dearly hope that there's a special place in hell waiting for you, Arthas.
We may never know, Uther.
What is it now?
I intend to live forever.
This is
Down he goes.
speak.
And so ends the story of a level 10 paladin, wrecked by bones.
Frostmourne hungers. The restless
Eat
dead
your
await.
calcium, kids.
What is it
No, I'm not trying to be funny. That's
Speak,
1, that's 2.
Tread lightly.
0.75, 1.75, and
like it.
2. There.
Frostmourne
If I recall,
hungers.
one of these sheep actually
This is
has
more
a
like it.
goblin artifact.
No one orders me around.
No? I remember one sheep having like a noctivisor,
At
which increases
last.
your sight range during the night.
What is it?
I guess that's what... Oh! Oh, wait, I forgot the panda.
This better be.
I forgot... Oh, it's probably one of these, though. Oh,
dead
oh, oh,
shall serve.
oh, the bones are here. I think it's one of these.
Speak, fool.
Actually, why
This
don't I
better
just...
be good.
Right, I wanted to show a Easter egg, which you probably do know at this point, but there it is. Night's Go. It's not a noctilizer is what it's called in English. Sorry,
What does the shadow
check.
will?
No one orders me around.
Do I want that even?
What is it now?
Probably not,
Dead
but
shall serve. Speak, fool. This is more like it.
it doesn't sell for much, does
At
it?
last.
Alright,
What is
I'm
it?
gonna delay this a
Rest
bit,
dead
because,
await.
as said, there's something I want to show. And I think it stayed because this is a rework after all.
Speak, fool.
Arthas can, I think, stay here. So, let's start. I don't exactly recall where is it. I only know the general area. It's near a waterfall that's a bit up and to the left. So we're gonna see them. Oh, okay. I bit the edge there. So, over here. And over here. Or maybe a meat wagon has to reach it. I don't know. Over there. And here. Once again, this is for those that do not know that the Easter egg exists. But anyway. Oh, it's actually much lower than I thought it would be. I thought it would be like here. But apparently it's down there. Okay. Oh, it's a panda picture you get displayed when you get to the waterfall. That's all that's the secret. And here we are. Panda relaxation area. Right.
What is it now?
What do I drop? Probably the voodoo doll.
Finally.
Because I have the pendant.
This is more like it.
Way. And the farmer joins the pipe.
Excellent work. Now your journey to kel'thuzad can begin.
Tell him nothing. Only you can hear me. The Dread Lords cannot be trusted. They are the Lich King's jailers. I will tell you all when I walk this world again.
Okay. I'll see you in the next one.